Yeah, sorry, I am making one of these videos. Hopefully the title and thumbnail were not too clickbaity for you, but I have some things to talk about and this is important. Lately, I have found myself a bit dissatisfied with making YouTube videos. It's felt a whole lot like a grind, feeling like something that I can't step away from. That's the most stressful part of it. I don't feel like I can take breaks, at least not for very long. And if I do take a break, I have to like plan extra videos ahead of time. So it's really difficult to figure that out, and makes it so that vacations and things don't really feel that much like a vacation. And I realize some of that might just be my own view of things, right? And that if I just worked on my my inner shadow or something like that, I could help it. But it's felt like something I haven't been able to step away from, and it's honestly often gotten in the way of things I do want to work on. I often have these big projects that can sometimes take me weeks to complete, and I just want to go into monk mode and just focus on one or two things at a time, and YouTube sort of nudges me away from that. And the other side to that is that while this channel has continued to grow in terms of subscribers and things, where as I'm recording this, we're just about to hit 90,000. So we're very, very close to 100,000. So if you're not subscribed and you follow my content, please make sure to subscribe down below. But I've tried a whole bunch of different strategies. I've tried some experiments on this channel, and I've decided that a lot of what I've been doing is just not sustainable. So to put it bluntly, I'm going to be switching to a model that will work better for me. Now, I am not going to be abandoning YouTube. Don't worry. This isn't that kind of a video. I'm still going to be making content for this channel, but it might change a little bit. First of all, I'm going to be doing only one video a week that is designed to be what we call top of funnel. And by that, I mean videos meant for people that don't necessarily know who I am yet. And it's meant to sort of attract a lot of those people. These videos tend to have a lot more editing in them, like a lot of jump cuts and flashy things. And they're often, if you're the kind of person that's been following me for a long time, those videos will often seem a bit redundant, like I've done that before. That's because we literally are just going over the same types of topics over and over and over again in different ways, because that's the kind of stuff that we have to put out there for the newcomer. But beyond that, everything that I talk about, all of the rest of the videos that I'm going to be doing, is merely going to document and track what I am currently working on building or learning myself. And who knows, I may find that even this is not a really good idea. Maybe these videos won't blow up like I expect them to, but I think a lot of this will go back to the beginnings of this channel, when it was just a nerdy novelist discovering these new AI tools and putting them to good use and sharing what I was learning with the world. And that's kind of what I want to go back to. A lot of those early videos didn't have flashy editing. It was just me and my computer screen. And that was enough, I feel like, for a lot of people. So let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's coming up in my future forecast, as best as I can predict it right now, and what the content will look like overall. First of all, inside my membership, we've been developing these genre guides, really cool things. One of the most uniquely valuable things that I have created, I think. And I still have to finish that project. It's a huge project. There's over 200 of them, and I've only done like 40. And I could do them in not too much time if it was the only thing that I was working on. But obviously I have to juggle this business and some other businesses and stuff. So I'm going to be working to get some help on those with the formatting and the cover design and everything, so I don't have to work on that as much. But beyond that, I have a project that I'm calling the Storytelling Database. And the way this is going to work is I'm actually super excited for this. The way my brain works, it likes to sort of document information. And so the Storytelling Database is very much something that my brain just lights up when thinking about. But the idea behind this is it's going to be a catalog, a list of as many tropes, character archetypes, subplots, world building elements, you name it, that we can think of. And I'm going to create a bunch of those. And the idea behind these is that you could have, let's say you've established what genre you want. And the metaphor I like to use here is a frozen yogurt place. So imagine you go to a frozen yogurt place and the base that you get, so chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, something like that, consider that your genre. You pick the main genre, but there's an infinite number of ways in which you can customize this genre to make it more unique and to make it fresh while not disturbing the tropes and the key parts of the genre that make it that genre, right? That make the readers like that genre. You need to have some sort of variety to make it fresh, but not too much to make it alienating to the audience. And so the idea behind the storytelling database is it's a little bit like the toppings and the mix-ins that you can put into your frozen yogurt, right? So you get your base genre, let's say just chocolate, right? And then on chocolate, you could put cookie crumbles or sprinkles or cherries or whatever you think of that you enjoy to make it more fresh and uniquely your own. And so I'm planning on creating this whole storytelling database and integrating it with StoryHacker OS so that you can choose your genre and then say, oh, and I want this subplot and this extra trope and this character type and, XYZ world building elements, and mix that all together. It'll create a fresh new template for you to use, and then you can use that to write your book. That's the next big project. I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about documenting that whole thing for YouTube, but I will figure out a way. But the other big thing that's happening right now that I've already started is I am building my own Hermes agentic dashboard. The idea for this is, where this is coming from, is that I run a big business. It does well for me. It's not a huge business, but it's big for one person to be running, right? And I've really wanted to branch out and do some other smaller businesses or some experimental businesses, or even most notably my fiction, right? I want to build out my fiction more, but find that it's very difficult to do those things while I'm focusing on growing StoryHacker and Nerdy Novelist. And I want to change that. I want to be able to have my cake and eat it too in this case. And so part of what I'm going to be doing is automating every single thing that I can in my life so that I can focus more on those things that I want to spend time on. And I will do that either with AI or with an actual human, depending on what the task is, because obviously AI can't do everything for me. So part of that process is building a Hermes agent. If you're unfamiliar with Hermes agents, just go look it up on YouTube. Tons of videos about it. It is the frontier of writing right now. Or not just writing, but coding and any number of things that require LLMs. And I'm essentially going to be building out something for my business that covers my personal life, my health, my journaling, my task management, as well as individual things for every single part of my process that I have in my business. For everything from like writing of actual books to formatting them to publishing them on KDP. Everything I can automate, I'm going to automate. And if I can't automate it, I'm going to give it to another person, unless it's the kind of thing that is specific for me, that like I am the person that is best suited to be working on those things. But right now, I am the biggest bottleneck in my business, and I need to fix that. So I will be documenting the whole process of setting up Hermes and showing you how you can create your own Hermes if you want. A lot of this stuff is not going to be like software that I sell to people, because just of the nature of it, it wouldn't necessarily work well like that. These are going to be like a bunch of little micro softwares that are tied together in a single interface that I can interact with. That's really going to be just for me. This is one of the cool, powerful things about AI right now, is that you can create pretty easily little micro tools to help you out in your life and your business, and to really take a lot of that cognitive load off so you can focus on the more important things. So that's a big thing that's going to be happening, and will be a multi-month project with a lot of little aspects, all of which I'm going to be documenting and putting on this channel. The next big thing is, of course, my fiction business. I already mentioned this. One of the things that was holding me up with developing my fiction business is like I kind of went at it with this idea that I need to make this work the way any normal Joe Schmo would make it work. And I've kind of realized that that's not really something I can realistically do, because I am not in that same position. I have another business to run. I need to be able to run that business. And I also need to outsource as much of the publishing business as I can to AI or to a human, so that I can focus on only those parts of building that business that only I can do. And so I'm going to be doing some things like using ghostwriters, like probably hiring someone to format my books and things like that, or giving those to an assistant or something that most people wouldn't normally do because they could just do it themselves. And I could do it myself, but like I said, I've got other businesses to run. So I've got to be able to outsource as much as I can while keeping the parts that I like the most and that only I can do. The other thing, and this is a fun one. This is another micro business that I've really gotten into and I really want to start. But it's around the Pokemon franchise. There are tons of Pokemon YouTube channels out there and little businesses, and I actually I'm a sort of passive, or I have been a passive fan of Pokemon for a long time, but recently I saw one of my mentors, Pat Flynn, getting into it over the last couple of years, and he has done some phenomenal things there and just really got me excited about the franchise again. As someone who I think it's like really important to be embracing your inner child. And so I actually started vibe coding a piece of software, and I got a good fair bit into it and just was having the time of my life and actually creating something I think would be genuinely useful for people. I did hit a roadblock at some point and feel like I need to like offsource that to someone else. So I did eventually get my developer who works on Story Hacker OS he's taking over after I got it to a certain point. And that's probably a good thing, because that'll help him to, he'll be able to make sure everything's like actually squeaky clean. But I really want to work on that a little bit. Right now it's more of a hobby in the hobby area, but I think it'd be really cool. I need to do YouTube channels for both of those businesses. So, because YouTube is where my expertise is. So I need to do something for my fiction business, something for the Pokemon business. I already have ideas for that. And I'll have a software as a service, some kind of software tool for both as well. I have an idea for a software tool for the fiction business that would be free to people, that would just be essentially the equivalent of a lead magnet, a reader magnet. And then who knows what's going to happen after that. But as you can tell, there's a lot going on. I need to really focus myself in order to be able to handle all of that. And I might not even be able to handle all of that. I might have to set something here aside, but I do want to at least get the fiction up and running and really streamline both businesses. So because of that, we're going to be just documenting everything, and that's going to be the majority of the content that goes on this channel for the next little while, other than a few videos here and there that are kind of more for beginners just coming in. And that will be stuff that we've sort of talked about before. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully this has been enlightening for you, and hopefully this is the start of a very brand new, exciting era for myself and for all of you. And I'll see you in the next video.